Alright, once again, we're starting with the good. Because, holy shit, I like the visuals. It replicates the comic pretty well and is generally nice to look at. The theme song Weird Al Yankovic made was also great, because, I mean, come on, he's Weird Al Yankovic, how could you not? Also, the times when it did follow the comics, it was pretty funny. Now, with that in mind, I want to take you back in time to a younger Marshall. I think it was about 6 years old. It was at this time in my life that I discovered Captain Underpants, one of the best things from my childhood. I don't even remember how I came across it, I just remember liking it for as long as I can remember. What I do know is that I read the ever-loving shit out of those comics. It was immature in places, but it was always funny. The reason I'm telling you all this is because I want to get across the fact that these comics, these simple comics, have a special place in my heart. This film doesn't. The casting is way off. Kevin Hart as George Beard is the worst part here. I'm not saying that he didn't try, I'm just saying that he was not the right man for the job. You have a character who's like, what, 9 years old? And you get a 39-year-old to voice him. What? Does this not make sense to anyone else?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
The rest of the cast is mostly horribly misplaced as well. Thomas Middleditch has the same problem as Kevin Hart. Jordan Peele, man, at least he can direct. I mean, he's a damn fine comedic actor, as proven by his Key and Peele days, but none of that shows here. He's just doing what the script says and putting on a slightly comedic voice. Ed Helms as Captain Underpants was a decent choice, and he does a not terrible job, but it's just kind of it's not really noticeably bad or noticeably good. It's just there because he has to be. Then again, they all did try their best with the script that was handed to them, because the writing in this film is just absolute trash for the most part. It's like the writers saw the original books and were like, yeah, I see what you're doing here, I like it a lot, I see all the kids love it, I think all I'd change is literally everything about it, make it a completely different thing. And that's where the film's biggest problem lies. It doesn't feel like Captain Underpants. It feels like the adventures of George and Harold. It uses too little of the humor of the original source material. If they had stuck with what made the comic so enjoyable, I guarantee you it would have improved this film immensely. It wouldn't have solved all its problems. The casting is still an issue, the plot is all over the place at points, and George and Harold get way too much screen time, but I would have been able to forgive a lot of those problems if it was more like the comic. That being said, 3 out of 10. Hey, so I like the fact that Kevin Hart is billed before the guy who plays Captain Underpants. Actually, I don't like that, I just think that's funny. Actually, I don't think that's funny, I just want to point that out.